Welcome back to the Caregiver team. I'm your host, Tanette, and today's episode is one of the hardest and most important ones for me to share. We've talked about being the coach, we've talked about being the quarterback, but there's another role caregivers often take on, sometimes without warning, and that's the defender. When you're caring for someone with complex medical needs, you're not just coordinating care. You're not just lifting, feeding, changing, loving. You're also shielding, you're protecting, you're defending both the one in your care and yourself. Because let's be honest, people judge what they don't understand. For my son, Devon, I was his full-time defender. He was medically fragile with severe physical disabilities, a complex diagnosis, and a delicate body that I knew better than any chart ever could. I had to learn to advocate for the right doctors, the right treatments, the right therapies, sometimes even fight for access to basics. And I did it every day. But what I wasn't quite prepared for was having to defend myself. Devon had hip deformities worsened by a surgery he'd outgrown. His hip dislocated, leg turned inward and created a deep crease in his groin. Over time, moisture built up in that area, trapped where we couldn't see. One day, a skin breakdown occurred, two small but concerning spots. And that's when they called Children's Services. Not to ask how they could help, not to offer support, but to investigate allegations of neglect or abuse. That month was one of the most stressful times of my life. I was already running on fumes, already carrying more than most people could imagine. The caseworker came to our home. After questioning me for a bit and looking at Devon in his room, she relaxed completely. She looked at me in the eye and said, "I can see how devoted you are. I can see how much you love your son and how well you care for him." So she told me the visits would be just a formality, and she kept her word. She returned once more, she closed the case, and never came back. I was relieved. I was vindicated, but I was also wounded because someone I trusted had made that call. And they never told me. They never owned up to it. And suddenly every aide, every nurse, every therapist felt like a potential threat, not a support. I felt betrayed, isolated, alone. But I wasn't, because I had Devon, and he had me. I was his defender, his only one, and I would do it all again. This episode is for every caregiver who's ever been questioned, doubted, investigated, misunderstood. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are the defender. Stay strong, stay kind, and stay with us. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you find reasons to smile today. Until next time, take care.